All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakakodash, Bakathum. Double honor to your apostles and elders, great millstone, and to all the alchemists across the globe, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. Sadai Nawa from the Great Millstone Camp of Chicago. And, it's really like a two-part lesson, but I'm going to just do a second part, Lord willing, later on. It's just something that's been echoing in my mind, the last few weeks. I've really been hitting last couple of days. I was talking to Elder Yakia about some things, or he was talking to me about some things, and the words of Jeremiah, we call him Murph, he has a saying that we sweat in practice so we don't bleed in battle. And that's why we have a brotherhood. We have brothers here to, let's get this, man, the spirit, because I really didn't have a bunch of precepts. We have this brotherhood for a plethora of reasons. And one of the reasons is to sharpen our sword, to sharpen our conduct, to sharpen ourselves. All right, so you can be better when we do go out into battle. All right, we won't get hurt. Okay, that's why it's important to come around. It's important to get rebuked and corrected. It only makes you better. All right, this is iron. The Jeremiah 15. The Proverbs 27 and 17 says, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. All right? And when we're in practice, we're in jiu-jitsu, or we're out there on the softball field or on the basketball court or just sitting around breaking bread, we are looking for weaknesses in our game. You see, if you're right-handed and you're always dribbling with your right, I'm gonna play you to your left, so you can strengthen up your right hand. You see, it's very important that we practice our weaknesses, man. Okay, and develop a defense. All right. To counteract the defense when they try to take away your strength. You see? Oh, you don't think I can go left? Hey, watch this crossover spin and reverse layup. You see? So we got to be able to go hard in practice, man. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay? Because your mistakes are necessary for you to know what it is that you need to work on. So when you get out in the game plan they have for you is not going to work. You see? If you can't hit a left-handed curve, well, you need to get you a good left-handed curveball pitcher and practice hitting the curveball. You see? It's our weaknesses that define us and not our strengths. Why? Because our weaknesses is what's going to keep us from achieving our maximum potential. You see, so it's good to be in the eyesight, in the company of men who want to see perfection up out of you. You see? Proverbs 27 and 17 again, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend, man. All right? It's very important that we work on the things that we're not good at. All right? And make those the foremost things we work on as much as possible in our daily lives. Okay? Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing water. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. All right? And, we are in our captivity. All right? Being in this flesh means we're imperfect. That's why we're in our captivity. Okay? But while we're in our captivity, we gotta practice, man. All right, I'm gonna go on that word rehearse. Let's get it in the blue letter. It's very important that we are going over the things that are gonna make us better, which are the righteous acts. Come on, man. All right. It says to recount, rehearse, tell again. It says identical with through the idea of attributing honor, to ascribe, to celebrate, to commemorate, rehearse. And I was always told when they give you the word in the definition to go a little bit deeper. I learned that in 3rd grade. That's crazy. But if we're going to go a little bit deeper, we're going to go into the dictionary here. Rehearse, to practice. Okay? To prepare, to go over. All right? To train, to drill. Salakia. To train, to drill, to groom. All right, to instruct. So we're to go over the righteous acts. We're to drill the righteous acts up in us. All right, if you drop in your left hand, you throw your jab, you're gonna get hit with your right hook. Okay? So in practice, we're gonna work on you keeping your left hand up while you're throwing your jab, so you won't get caught with the hook. All right? It's very important that we work on the things that are not our strong points. Wherever you may be weak in, man. You see? Because that is where Satan is going to attack. Okay, we're sure to put on the whole army, or put on the whole armor of the Lord. Okay? That means we gotta work on everything. We gotta work on all our defense techniques, all our moves. So we do go out into the game. We go and step inside that ring. You go out in that basketball court, the baseball field, the softball field, that you're fully prepared. And the weaknesses don't show through. You see? I will use a lot of athletic and sport terminology because I played sports. And you can always tell the better players, the Hall of Fame players, the All-Star players, because they have less holes in their game. Why? Because they're rehearsing, they're practicing, they're drilling. So when it comes time for the game, it's second nature. You see? That's how and that's how we must approach the truth. By rehearsing the righteous acts, drilling the righteous acts. Psalms 141 and 5. It said, let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head. But yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. Okay? So it's good to get smoked, to get cussed out, to get rebuked and chastised, to get corrected at home. When I say at home, amongst the brethren, amongst up under the roof, in the car, at class. You see? So when we do go out into the battle, you won't make the same mistake. There could possibly be a grave mistake, not only to you, but to the brethren. Okay? That's why we constantly go over these breakdowns. We constantly are on brothers about their conduct. That's why we're always attentive to what they're saying, of how they break down these scriptures and how they go about and make decisions, make good decisions. Okay? So when you get corrected and chastised and, Lord forbid, suspended, okay, that it takes a effect spiritually on you, so you won't do those things again. You won't be making the same mistakes twice. That's why we drill into certain brothers certain things that we see for them to work on, myself included. All right, just say Satan is a roaring lion walking around seeking whom he may devour. All right, and we don't want to be an easy target for Satan, man. That's why we're drilling the defense about a rear naked choke or arm bars or uppercuts or hitting a low in the waist slider. Okay, a good crisp route runner. Okay, a proper 3-step drop back, leading the receiver, but not into the defense. See, these things are drilled on the practice field. Where you're going over and over and over the drills. So when time comes, worked on it and like, nah, he's ready to go out there now. He's prepared for what the defense may throw at him. Okay? And that's only done when you're around the men of the Lord. So repetition is the father of wisdom. Something like that. Roughly paraphrase what the apostles say. Okay? Ecclesiastes 4 and 9 says, 2 are better than 1 because they have good reward for their labor. All right, it's always good to practice with somebody, man. All right, even lifting weights is a so-called solo event. All right, it's good to have a training partner so you can push each other, you can drive each other. All right, you can show them new techniques about how to get his shoulders bigger and how to work muscles that he didn't know he had. Okay. Verse 10, it says, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he has not another to help him up. Okay? So when you're practicing and you're working on certain things, and you know your training partner is susceptible to a headlock or something like that, okay? He can show you while he's drilling with you, hey, when I'm doing this, you should be doing this. Okay? Or you go into a sparring, or go into a 7-on-7 or 5-on-5 practice session. All right, when you get exploited, okay, because we know you ain't been working on your left hand. We know you ain't been working on your ball handling skills. You haven't been working on your sliding or whatever lack or whatever weakness that you have. We can point it out and say, well, I noticed a hitch in your swing. You're dropping your shoulder. You're pulling your head out. You're stepping back from the plate. Salakia, hold on, I gotta, Salakia, I'm tripping. You know? And on a spiritual note, is that it's always good to have somebody there, alright, in your low times, man. You're on a 0 for 9 hitting slump. You've been a combined 3 for 17 from the field. You know? You had a no touchdown, 4 interception day. Alright? You go to the sideline, man, you got your, hey man, keep your head up. It's gonna be alright. You see? But what do we do after that? Hey, they say on to the next play, that play is over with. When the game is over, the next practice day, what do? You work on the things that that were not up to par during that game. Not surveying the field. You see? Not passing to the open guy. You see? These things are important to rehearse when we're in practice, when we're in class, and we're just having godly conversations with our kids. Okay? This is Ecclesiastes 37 and 12 says, but be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to my mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry, man. All right? And you're only going to find that amongst the brethren, man. All right? Because those in the world don't give a shit if you're not working on discipline, if you're not working on, managing money or budgeting, or or try to maintain a good diet. All right? You see? Because believe it or not, a lot of people want to see you fall, man. Okay? Your brother's built for adversity. You see? We can't forsake the assembly of the brotherhood, man. Alright? You know, you want to be around people who want to see you succeed. Alright? To make you be the best version of yourself, which is something that you got to want for yourself. And the only way that you can prove to yourself that you want that is to drill, is to practice, to rehearse, to go over these things every day. All right? It's your weaknesses that we need to focus on. All right? Everybody knows how to do a layup. You see? But what about your pull-up game? What about your mid-range game? All right, what about passing out of a double team before it gets there? You see? So let's just be mindful, and when we go to the go to practice, man. All right, that we're drilling and working on the things that we're not good at. So when we go out to battle, we're not gonna bleed. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.